this guy needs no introduction at all. He's from Chesterfield, England, affectionately known throughout the world as Mr. Stoneface, a true gentleman of darts. Would you please welcome Mr. John Lowe! If you ask me, Askew is the boy from Redhill, England, Dave Askew.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. John won the toss and will throw first. Game on!
And we're all ready for the men's second semi-final. John Lowe and Dave Askew, and at stake here,
81.
A berth in the final and a chance to play the power, Phil Taylor. And both Askew and Lowe are on this stage at the Golden Harvest for the first time.
121.
As you say, you've got a very good contrast. You've got John Lowe, the Mr. Experience, Dave, one of the young players who
85.
a lot of players know that is capable of winning major tournaments. So it'll be a really interesting match.
This is a best of seven sets, and best of 3 legs in each set.
100.
And talking about the perfect game, John Lowe in 1984 against myself hit the first perfect game on TV and won £102,000.
43.
Set himself up quite nicely for a while after that.
He certainly did. In actual fact, there's only been 2 9 dart games on television, and Paul Lynn from America
60.
done it a few years ago, the World Championship. So, but this guy's been a close friend of mine for many years, and the experience of him out on stage is second to none.
Dave, you require 139.
If he hits a treble 20, he should look for a 19 to take the odd one off.
59. John, you require 151. Dave, you require 80.
Askew with a chance to get to the first leg here in the first set.
Game shot in the first leg.
And he
Dave
does
Askew.
it. Getting a leg up on John Lowe.
Second leg, it's Dave to throw first. Game on.
Well, it's a confident start for Dave. Scored well and good finishing. And any finish like the 80s, 84s, they're always good for your confidence.
100.
You know yourself, Keith, that finishing like that sort of really does boost your confidence. And but I don't think it'll really worry John too early in this match that Dave took that first leg. So a long way to go, and I'm sure we'll see some tremendous
81.
darts.
But as you say as well, Cliff, really, you can't afford to lose too many games when you've had the throw. I mean, that was against the darts, and very quickly you could be 2 sets down.
100.
John gets back straight away.
Dave's certainly got into a bit of a rhythm here, and as I say, you know, John's got to get geared up a little bit here, I think.
People always said that John's got the perfect throw. If you was going to do a video on how you should stand when you actually throw a dart, it really is perfect. He just stands there, just the arm moves, and once again, total concentration.
Is he what you would consider a real technician of the sport?
I think that, you know, as Keith said, you know, that he does have the perfect stance, and, you know, if any youngsters were modelling themselves on a dart player, the way John throws, well, you know, he would be the perfect answer.
Dave's got a big lead here. John needs to really start scoring a lot better. He's not playing too good at the moment.
85.
But there's plenty of time to get back in.
20. Game shot in the first set.
So Dave Askew gets the first two legs and wins the first set in this best of 7.
Second set, first leg is Dave to throw first. Game on.
But I guess the heartening thing for John, at least, is that this is a best of 7 and plenty of time.
Well, yeah, you know, but as I say, I don't think John's playing as well as he can do, and as I say, he can get away in this game real quick, so he's really got to get back into this match in this set.
But you say it's a very big tournament, a great tournament for Dave if he could win the Golden Harvest. Molson, who have now signed another 3 years,
100.
which is great for us players. And next year, the total prize money will be $400,000. So that's absolutely superb.
60.
And if all goes as planned with that added money, even more players will be here next year. And virtually all of them were here this year anyway, but it's the desire to come here.
It's probably the most quality field that I've seen in quite a few years. That you've probably got the top 50 players in the world playing in the Harvest event, and it's great to see all the players here.
Even 10 from Belgium this year, and they're thinking maybe as many as 40 or 50 from Belgium will come next year, so truly a global event.
But there's some people come from Japan for the second year running.
Right.
So that's can only help the sport, and a sport has to be worldwide. And you know, this is the best Open in the world, and we've already said it's the third biggest tournament in the world.
Dave here is looking for a big shot here to leave yourself a chance for a shot out in the next throw.
This would be a great finish.
156.
This is a pressure shot, Keith.
2 treble 20s for double 18.
Dave, you require 121.
He should be looking ready for the single 11 here for the bullseye. Double 14 for the first leg.
Game shot in the first leg.
What a good finish that was.
Dave Askew.
First leg of the second set, so Dave Askew has
Second leg
won
is
every leg
Johnson
so
Troy
far,
first.
and John
Game
Lowe
on.
still hasn't caught fire here yet.
That's 2 good finishes from Dave. He took the 80 out in the first leg and now the 121.
55.
And John really, Cliff, he's got to start putting the big scores in the 140s to make Dave think about, you know, what the opponent's going to do to him.
At the moment, he's not really pressurising Dave at all, and
140.
it just built Dave's confidence, and it pulled away from John. Then it'd be a long way back for him, so he's really got to get in the next set or two.
140.
Well, John certainly won't give up. He's been a good champion. Won 3 world titles in 3 decades. So John will keep going. He'll try and hope that he can turn this game around.
I've played with John for the last sort of 20 odd years, and he's not a guy to give up that easy. And as I say, you know, if anyone can do it with the experience he's got, he can really get back into this game. Certainly quite a fluent game here. Both players are quite steady in the pace of them throw. So it's going to be one of those sort of games where, you know, hang on to your hats.
100!
John now playing a lot more consistent. The 100s are going in, the 140s, and he really has to keep that up all the time. If not, Dave will run away with the match.
In actual fact, I do believe that John's just speeded his game up a little bit, Keith.
But he's a good player, John, when he throws quick.
John, you require 106.
This is the shot he really needs to take the second leg.
John was just trying and leave a double there because he knew that Dave couldn't finish. And John really needs to get that leg on the board now and try and get the second set.
60. John, you require 54.
So single 14 for double 20.
Game shot in the second leg.
So that elusive first leg finally comes John Lowe's way, and he gets back into the match here.
Third leg, it's Dave to throw first. Game on.
In this situation, Cliff, you're just hoping that Dave doesn't go for too big a score and that you can just try and get back in this match. Because then if it was to go one set all, John's then got the throw and can maybe kick in again.
Yeah, that's probably true, you know. So with John playing like he is, you know, he's certainly got to get this leg in to push forward on getting over the winning line.
Like many dart players, Dave Askew says that his ambition or goal is to be a world champion someday. And what do you see in his potential?
Well, in actual fact, quite a few years ago, I actually was a team member of Surrey County team, and Dave was one of the team members. And he's got credentials enough to become world champion. He's been having a good few months, the last few months, and there's no reason why he can't become world champion.
I think the only thing to say with the Winter World Championship, I know mine was quite a few years ago now, but you really have to play so well every match when it's televised.
140.
And also you have to wait maybe a couple of days before you play the next match. So that's a little bit different than just today.
You know, to maintain that sort of standard, Keith, you have to put a lot of practice in.
Well, Dave Askew's keeping the pressure on here for sure.
Yeah, this is where John needs a 140 here.
100.
Dave will certainly be looking to take this 118 out to go 2 sets to 0 up.
Single 18 for double 20. Oh, he's pulled that out. And that one.
75.
I want to give John a chance.
John, you require 101. Dave, you require 43.
For the second set.
So double 16.
And he does it.
In the second set. Dave Askew.
And we'll be back with more from the 2000 Nally Golden Harvest Cup right after this.
First set, first leg. It's John to throw first. Game on.
He's up 2-0 in this best of 7, so John with some work to do now.
78.
Yeah, I think Dave would be looking forward to trying to take this leg, and then he's got the throw in the next, and possibly could go 3-0 in front.
60.
And then I think it'd be a really long way back for John.
John's just got to try and keep there if he can. You know, that 101 to maybe won the second set was a real good chance for John.
140.
But as you said, Cliff, confidence. Now Dave's 2 sets up. He's starting to put the big scores in. It's just pressure.
But John's certainly coming back here with a
Good answer.
180.
That might just give John the confidence he needs to get back into this match.
Oh.
180.
Oh, great reply from Dave.
John, you require 143. Dave, you require 121.
Well, last time they went treble 20, but treble for 11. But not this time.
41. John,
Good
you
chance for John to
require
take this one there with a treble 20 and double top. But, 80 left with 2 left in his hand. Now he wants double 10 to take the leg.
He does it.
Shot in the first leg. John Lowe.
That might just give him the confidence he
Second leg
needs.
is Dave to throw first. Game on.
Well, it's made Dave think a little bit now. Instead of looking at going 1 leg up, 2 sets up, John now could get off to a good start here. He's back in the match.
95.
Certainly going to make Dave think about this game now, Keith.
Well, I think Dave was thinking there, 2 sets up, everything's going right for me.
43.
And now, you know, John's just got to keep pulling back. Let's hope we can get this go all the way to the 7th set.
Some great darts there from John.
Dave and John are both up here on the stage
100.
at the Golden Harvest for the first time, and realistically, I mean, how many players are there that were here that could potentially have been up there? I mean,
Well, you know, today we had 128 in the final stage, and so I think probably all of them at any one time could really be up there. But you know, it's a tough tournament, and to be up here, you know, it's a little bit special players.
140.
140s going in.
126.
What a shot this would be, Keith.
Well, treble 19 for the ball. John's got a good leads.
101.
The times John has done that over the years on TV, he just loves going for the bullseye.
I love it when we used to play pairs together and he used to go out like that, Keith.
59. John, you require 25.
So single 9, the double 8.
17.
Could be
Dave,
very
you
costly.
require 118.
Dave's very capable of taking this shot out, Keith.
Single 18 for double top.
98. John, you require 8.
opens the door for John.
This is to level the match up.
And shot in the third leg. Third set, John Lowe.
So that lead of Dave Askew has now been
First leg.
cut
Dave
2 sets to 1.
Game on.
2 sets to 1, Askew in the best of 7. The winner gets a shot at Phil Taylor.
Well, at the moment, I think they just want to get through to the final. If he does get through to the final, really has to play a lot better. If not, Phil the Par will show him why he is nicknamed the Par. It's also good to see the referee there, Russ Bray, who's come over from England with us. We all think he's the top referee in darts, and it's good for the players because he's a very good referee.
And good for, you know, the people of Canada to experience that as well. So the tournament certainly
100.
benefiting from all the visitors that we have come over here.
That's right. You know that to stage something like this, you need the best in the world, and you certainly got it with the organisation and everything about the event.
Well, Ken Finch and Kevin Forrestein and Debbie Finch, they've really brought this tournament on. They've seen how it can be made to look a real spectacle.
Game shot in the first leg.
Got a good shot at it. I wanted to go there, Keith, that he might have gone the 18 or the 10
Second leg
to
is
play
John
safe,
Lowe
but
first.
what a
Game
great
on.
shot out on the bullseye for the 126.
Well, he's obviously confident, and that's a player with confidence to go that way when he could have laid up and gone the easy way.
95.
It's getting to a critical stage now for John. He really has to try and win this leg to stop going from 3 sets to 1 down.
55.
He won't be happy with that, Cliff, that start.
Yeah, he certainly won't, Keith, and as I say, you've already said it, that he's got to gear his game up
100.
to start pushing Dave.
A lot of people always say, how do you handle pressure? And really the real reason is to play under as much pressure as you can. And John, for a lot of years, has been that player that has won the world titles, the perfect game. So he can handle the pressure. He won't give up, as Cliff said earlier. He'll keep fighting.
Well, second leg in the 4th set would be a good time to respond, I guess, to that pressure. It's getting to that point in the game where, like you said, Keith, going down by 2 sets.
You know, I think on some days, you know, when you've got both players on more or less the same par, I think sometimes it's just the guy that holds his nerve a little bit better on the day that comes out on top.
He's got a good lead here.
For the set.
Should go for double 16. Double 8.
Game shot in the full set.
And Dave Askew gets the 4th set now. In this best of 7, he's up 3-1 over John Lowe.
Welcome back to the Golden Harvest Cup, where Dave Askew has taken a decisive lead in this semi-final match.
And John with his work cut out.
Yeah, I mean, this is the set. He's either got to get this set in the bag or he's out of the tournament.
135.
If you look, both players are standing over to the right of the hockey as well. And surprising, really. You think they'd be a little bit more to the middle.
But I think sometimes, like Keith, you know, it's surprising, you know, how different players stand on the hockey like they do. You know, when you say a majority stand in the centre, but there's as many, I think, that stand to the left or the right of the hockey.
140.
As long as they go in the right place, it doesn't matter how you stand or how you throw.
Whatever you're comfortable with, I guess.
43.
Yeah, I think sometimes, you know, that picking the game up, you know, you have to play as naturally as possible. Otherwise, sometimes there's too many things you have to think about. So the more naturally you can play the match or the game, then it, you know, just builds your confidence.
Whatever feels natural, as opposed to worrying about every little aspect.
That's right, yeah. You know, the last thing you want to do is think, well, am I standing in the right place and everything. So, you know, and after a while, you just become naturally that you stand wherever you do. It's like a second sense.
100.
Also, over the weekend, there's been a lot of people here locally that have, from Saskatoon, that have been helping to chalk the boards and everything, and the players really do appreciate people that give their time up
41.
for the professional and amateurs to try and win the big prizes.
Yeah, those people who give up their time, certainly a really large reason why this tournament has become what it is.
That's correct. You know, I mean, the people have been fabulous to us. You know, the hospitality and everything. And as I say, if you don't have the helpers, it makes it really tough for the organisers. So, you know, very, very fortunate to have those people around.
First leg.
For double 20 for the first leg, and he wants double 10.
50. John, you require 153.
This is such a big shot, this one, Warren. He really has to try and got this finish because he's hoping again for Dave to miss.
45.
Be interesting, Keith, to see whether he goes for the 2 for the double 4 rather than go straight for the double 5s.
Well, he's left 5 now, Cliff. Single 1 for double 2.
6 score. John, you require 108. Game shot in the first leg.
That was a great shot from John. Take the 108 out like that. With Dave having some darts to the double there. I think
Game on.
Dave will be quite upset that he didn't take that leg.
Well, John was dangerously close to coming within one leg of losing the match there, and so he has to be pleased, at least in the fact that he's still in the game.
140.
Well, Dave's face there, he sort of winced when he missed that. Bergie said he's put it out of his mind. He's gone straight in with a big score, and that's what you have to do. You can't look back and say, oh, I should have hit that. Just carry on. And
85.
And now Dave's still looking a very good favourite.
That was a great reply there from Dave. Coming back with a 140 against John's 140. But the pressure's still on John here, with Dave needing 121.
Dave, you require 121.
He'll get a couple of chances here if he can't do it this time.
That's right, John's left 176, which is impossible to get out with 3 darts. So
57.
Dave knows he's returning to the hockey.
But a big score here, 140 or 136, will just make Dave think a little bit more next time. And this is a great reply from John.
I think he must have heard you there, Keith.
127. Dave, you require 64.
And double 10.
44. John, you require 49.
There's left 15 here, so single 7, double 4. Could even go 3. Double 4. And this for the set.
Game shot.
What a recovery that was. Hitting the double 17 when he was going for the single 17. That was a good shot back.
On the last 2 legs there, Dave Askew had a chance to finish them both. John gets that little opening and takes advantage.
So the low never gives up, as Keith was saying earlier on. And, you know, John's back in the match.
Yeah, 3 sets to 2 in the best of 7.
7.
I think the right smile there from John. He's smiling, but he'd be absolutely disgusted with that throw.
81. 60.
Maybe a bit of an opening for John here. He's quite a way back in this leg, but
96.
good shot there, good recovery shot there, going from the 20 down onto the treble 19.
Three darts there. You can see that Dave just wants to get over that winning line now, and he's just starting to tighten up a little bit.
You see sometimes there that, you know, the slight snatch from Dave. So maybe, you know, he may be thinking, you know, that, come on, let's get on with this game. Certainly recovered well on this one,
Should
Keith.
come ready for a 19 here, Cliff.
141.
We really needs a treble 20 here.
41.
Well, Dave's going to have at least 6 darts at this shot, but will he need 6?
Oh, what's another bad dart? Should look down for a single 7. Big shot here from John, because Dave's just starting to miss a few doubles.
45. Dave, you require 8.
To win the first leg of the 6th set.
It's unlucky, no score. John, you require 152.
So, treble 20 for double 16, and what a great shot this would be. Big one there. She'll be disappointed with.
80. Dave, you require 8. Game shot in the first leg. Dave Askew.
I think David was quite relieved there that he took that double out.
Second leg is John to throw first.
Well, that moves him
Game on.
to within 1 leg of winning this match, so
John would be very disappointed there. I think that was about a 24 darts there, and really John had chances. If he just scored a little bit better and could have maybe took that leg.
85.
As we said, Dave's starting to miss a few doubles, so I think in John's mind he's got to just keep with him.
41.
You know, a match like this can certainly turn around as, you know, as fast as anything, and as I say, I don't think Dave would want to carry on up there, so you know, this is the leg that Dave really needs to wrap up the match.
30.
well, he really jumped on that. You see the 30 come up, and your eyes must light up.
Oh, you know, more shots like that, you say yes, please, you know. But you know, you still got to score yourself. So you know, and sometimes, you know, you don't take advantage of it.
It's great as well when you know it's a leg you want to win the match.
60.
I think you'll find whoever wins this match, they'll play a lot better against Phil, because they know that if they don't, they're going to get absolutely slaughtered. But
60.
You really have no choice but to play better.
yeah, that's right.
Especially from what we saw Phil do in the other semi-final.
That's right. I don't think, as we were saying earlier on, you know, Phil's not here to perform in second place. He wants the Golden Harvest title.
This game's not over yet. John can take this out. He's only 1 leg away from making it 3 sets all. Should look really here for the bullseye.
55. Dave, you require 100.
Well, treble 20 here for double 10. Yeah, she'll stay there now and hit a single 20 and hope that he comes back to get a chance to win the match.
31.
You should go 15 for double 8 here. Double 8 to take the leg. Double 4.
27.
You won't be happy about that.
Dave, you require 40.
Well, you know, these things happen, and Dave's got to take advantage of this and wrap the match up.
Game shot.
And he does exactly that.
Dave Askew.
So Dave Askew, for the first time, will go on to the men's final of the Golden Harvest Classic as he disposes of John Lowe.